Hey everyone. For a while now, I've been wanting to hop on here and do kind of a recap of how my facial program has been going since I started with the natural timeless um, facial products. And I thought tonight was a good night. We got invited to a neighbor who won an Emmy, actually. So we got invited to a formal 80s Emmy party. So we just got home and I got all this fantastic blue eyeshadow. You guys know I don't wear makeup very often. So I thought this might be a good opportunity, even though it's in the wee hours, to kind of show you my evening routine that I go through. I don't spend a lot of time on my face, as you guys know. So this quick routine really works well for me because it doesn't take me very long. So the first thing I do, and this is fairly new, one of the gals at Innisfail last week was saying that we need to be very careful with the skin around our eyes because it's so thin. And for the last year have been using my body and face cloth and just scrubbing the heck out of my eyes. So I promised myself that I would be a little more gentle with my eyes because I'm not 20 anymore, and that I would carefully take off my mascara and I don't wear eyeshadow, but just to kind of be a little gentler with the skin around my eyes. Because as you guys know, that just makes us look older if we have dangly skin around our eyes. So I start off with the body and face, or with the makeup removal cloth. And as you can see, lots of mascara, lots of blue eyeshadow on there. So that did a really good job of taking that off. And then the next step, I use my body and face cloth, and I use this in the evenings, and I use the exfoliating facial mitt in the shower in the morning. So we had a great night tonight. We had an event down at Intrigue Winery. Got to meet some really great people and had some wine, had some charcuterie, passed out some window cloths. It was a super fun event. So if you missed it, make sure to keep your eyes out for the next event that we should be doing here early in the new year. So body and face cloth and a quick just wipe of my face with that. Now with both these cloths, when I'm done using them, I'm going to rinse them really well in hot water. I'm going to scrub them together. I'm going to wring them out very well, and then I'm going to hang them by their tags. Your cloths, as you know, remove bacteria, and they self-purify, and they self-purify as they dry. So it's always important to make sure that your cloths dry and dry quickly. So hang them by the tags. So then the next step, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I won an award at the Emmy party. Can you tell what this says? The award for the best laugh at the party goes to, yay! And I won this cute little trophy. Isn't that awesome? Fantastic neighbors. We have so much fun with them. Anyways, so the first, I think they say to use the lightest product first and then kind of work your way up. This is the illuminating oil. I probably would have never tried this illuminating oil if it didn't come in a package, but now that I use it, I absolutely love it. This, I started using a new illuminating oil. I use it twice a day, probably July 1st. So I got about 6 months out of this bottle, so it lasts a really long time. It's got a really nice citrus scent to it, and I just use a tiny little bit on the end of my finger, and it doesn't leave a greasy, oily film at all. So if you have oily skin, don't worry about any of the extra oil because it dries up really nicely. And you can also use this on your hair as well. The serum, which is the new serum that came out in January, I've got about yay much left on it. So it's gone to the point where the dropper just isn't reaching down there. So again, tiny little bit, and I won't get a year out of this, but I bet you I'll get nine months anyways. So spread that on next. And like I say, do everything really fast because who has time to mess around with their face? Last year I used the La Serre line and I found that it wasn't quite moisturizing enough for my age of skin. So I switched to the Naturally Timeless and I really like it. I don't know if you guys can see the layer there, but all of these products I started in January. So this one I should get, probably 10 months out, not quite a year. So just a tiny little bit on my fingertips as well. Maybe about the size of a pea. You know what I forgot is I don't have my aloe face and neck gel. That would have been good to show you guys too. And I think I've got it in the other room. But typically I would put the aloe face and neck gel on my neck and on my, Charlotte Peterson always knows what it's called, Balage, I think it is. Because as you know, the sun makes our chests get really old and crickety looking. So, so that works great for this. The eye cream. And again, I bet you I'm only half through this eye cream. And I just use about that much. So it lasts a long, long time. And then because it's nighttime, I'm going to use the Anti-Gravity Night Cream. And I started this in January and I will easily get a full year out of this. And I don't use a lot, maybe about that much. And I think they always say you're supposed to go up, but I tend to just go quickly, which I probably shouldn't, but just kind of layer it on like that. And I don't like anything that's heavy or greasy, and I find this line is perfect for that. It's a little heavier at night, so it gives our face a nice moisturizer in the evening. And then I just finish it off with the lip balm. And you might say that a lip balm is a lip balm is a lip balm, but this stuff works great. It's got aloe and coconut in it, and I really, really like it. So that's kind of the finishing touch. So I didn't time myself, but I don't know if that's maybe hang on. I'm 6 minutes in total, so I probably gabbed for a bit, but yeah, 5 minutes routine kind of thing. And then, of course, I brush my teeth. This is the porcelain glass that comes with the porcelain sink organizer. If you guys haven't seen those, they're absolutely beautiful. Mine's in the wash right now. But they work great for your counter. They keep your counter dry. And then the La Serre toothpaste, the mouthwash, which you just need like a tiny little cap of. And then the toothbrush. And you guys have seen the toothbrush before. It pops out. It's got silver in it. So rather than a regular toothbrush where you brush your teeth, looks like I need a new head. You brush your teeth and then all that goop and bacteria that was in your mouth just kind of sits there and festers in your toothbrush overnight. The silver in this toothbrush will self-purify so that you're brushing your teeth with a clean toothbrush in the morning. So that's a really cool option. And you just pop the head out, you reuse the handle, and you just buy replacement heads. So a lot less waste too as well. So those are really cool. And while I'm here, I'll just show you the beard oil, which I don't use, but Mike uses and he really likes it. And he's been using that for 4 or 5 months and still got quite a bit left. And this is the foaming hand spray pump. And these are absolutely beautiful. They look great in a kitchen and they're made of glass too. And with the soap, I mix it 50-50 with water, so it lasts a really long time. I think they're about a liter bottle, or maybe, I don't know, around $40-50, but they'll last you a long, long time. So that's just something that we use all the time too. So thank you very much for listening in, and I hope that kind of explains some of these products. They're absolutely fantastic. Actually, one thing I want to tell you guys is these creams, and I'm not sure, I think it's the day cream and the night cream. We were with Debbie Bolton last week, and she said that there's a certain apple, of course, Norwex is from Norway. There's a certain apple in Norway that has a really, really, really long shelf life. And when they did studies, there's a lot of science that goes into these guys. When they did research on these apples, they found that there was a certain component in the apple that gave it very preservative characteristics. So they use that same apple in these creams. And actually, those apple trees were becoming extinct. So Norwex bought some property and has planted these apples so that they have a continual supply of the apple component that goes into these products. So just kind of we learned so much last week, and I know I told you guys I was going to hop on here from time to time and kind of tell you some different stories, but that's one of the stories that I learned was about the apple that's in the creams as well. So anyways, that's my evening routine, and I hope that was helpful. As always, if you have any questions, by all means give me a shout, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.